My name is Helen Foster. I am 70 years old, and I live in a small town near Bristol. I was married for 45 years before my husband, Peter, passed away. He was my best friend, and after he died, the house felt empty in a way I cannot fully describe. We had one son, Daniel. He was a bright child with big dreams. As he grew older, he moved to London, built a successful career, and started a family of his own. I was proud of him, but as the years passed, his visits became less frequent. There was always a reason. Work was busy. The children had activities. Life was complicated. I understood, but understanding did not make the loneliness disappear. Every year, Daniel called me on my birthday. Sometimes he sent flowers. Sometimes a gift arrived in the post. But what I wanted most was not flowers or presents. I wanted time. I wanted to sit with my son, drink tea together, and talk the way we used to. My 70th birthday was approaching, and for the first time in years, Daniel promised he would come. He said he would bring his wife and children. I was so excited that I could barely sleep. For weeks, I cleaned the house, bought decorations, and planned a special meal. I even baked Daniel's favorite chocolate cake, the same cake I used to make when he was a little boy. The morning of my birthday arrived. I woke up early and carefully arranged everything. The table was set beautifully. Balloons hung in the living room. The cake sat proudly in the center of the dining table. Every few minutes, I looked out the window, expecting to see Daniel's car. The hours passed slowly. Noon became afternoon. Afternoon became evening. My excitement slowly turned into worry. Finally, my phone rang. It was Daniel. His voice sounded rushed. He explained that an important business meeting had come up unexpectedly. He said he was sorry, but could not make the trip. He promised we would celebrate another time. After the call ended, I sat alone in the kitchen, staring at the birthday cake. The candles remained unlit. The food remained untouched. I felt foolish for believing things would be different this time. The house seemed quieter than ever. I considered throwing the cake away, but I could not bring myself to do it. Instead, I sat in silence and watched the evening grow darker outside the window. For the first time in many years, I cried on my birthday. The next morning, there was a knock at my door. Standing outside was a young woman named Sarah. She lived a few houses away and had recently moved into the neighborhood. She looked embarrassed and explained that she had noticed the decorations through my window the previous day. She had also noticed that nobody had visited. Sarah handed me a small gift bag and wished me a happy birthday. I was surprised by her kindness and invited her inside for tea. We spent an hour talking. She told me she had moved to the town after a difficult divorce and did not know many people. Before leaving, she smiled and said, "No one should spend their birthday alone." A few days later, Sarah returned with her 8-year-old daughter, Lily. The little girl immediately noticed the birthday cake still sitting on the kitchen counter. She asked why it was there. I explained that I had never cut it. Lily looked shocked and said, "A birthday cake should never go uneaten." Her serious expression made me laugh for the first time in days. Together, we cut the cake and shared it over tea. What started as a simple visit soon became a friendship. Sarah and Lily began stopping by regularly. They helped in my garden, joined me for meals, and filled my quiet house with conversation and laughter. Months passed, and my life slowly changed. The loneliness that had once followed me everywhere began to fade. Lily started calling me Grandma Helen, even though we were not related. Sarah often said that I had become part of their family. One day, Lily gave me a handmade birthday card. On the front, she had written, "Family is the people who love you." I kept that card on my mantelpiece because it reminded me of how much my life had changed. The following year, my 71st birthday arrived. This time, I expected a quiet day. But when I walked into my living room, I found it filled with people. Sarah and Lily had organized a surprise party. Neighbors, friends, and people from the community had gathered to celebrate with me. There were balloons, music, gifts, and another chocolate cake. I was overwhelmed with emotion. As I looked around the room, I realized I was no longer alone. Later that evening, my phone rang. It was Daniel. He wished me a happy birthday and asked what I had done that day. I told him about the party. For a moment, he was silent. Then he said he felt ashamed. He realized how much he had missed while chasing success and promotions. A few weeks later, he came to visit. This time, he stayed for the entire weekend. He met Sarah and Lily, saw the life I had built, and finally understood what had been missing all those years. Today, Daniel visits more often, and Sarah and Lily remain an important part of my life. Looking back, I no longer remember my 70th birthday as the day my son disappointed me. Instead, I remember it as the day something better began. Sometimes life closes one door so another can open. Sometimes the family we need arrives in unexpected ways. And sometimes a forgotten birthday cake becomes the beginning of a beautiful new chapter. If you were in Helen's place, would you forgive Daniel? Share your thoughts below. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.